Well, I suppose I, the great Papyrus, should go and get the human child something to eat. I'll go get Frisk some dinner.
That's a good idea, bro.
Come along, human. Our friend Alphys has probably got something warm cooking over the fire just for you.
It's all right, kiddo. I'll come join you guys in a minute. In a minute. Undyne, wait!
Are you insane? Are you trying to start another war?
What was I supposed to do, Undyne? Let him take the kid?
No.
Please, do not fight between yourselves. If we do not stand together, then we will surely fall. The strain of this situation is starting to get to each one of us. Things may not be as bleak as they appear. And no one is questioning the reasons behind your actions, Sans. But I am afraid Undyne is right, in that the humans will not be pleased with our lack of cooperation.
Then let them be. I will not lose another child, Asgore.
Of course not. All I am saying is that this could turn out very badly.
Don't be so sure. Like Pap's been telling me, we've got to have some hope. There's a lot more of that going around than when we were trapped underground.
I don't see why we have to stand for this. We have the right to be here. We have a right to live wherever we darn well please. Why can't we just force our way into the city? From what we understand, humans don't have magic anymore. Why can't we just move in and tell the humans to deal with it?
Because, whether humans understand it or not, they're still far more powerful than we are. Just because they've forgotten their magic doesn't mean they don't have it. Worse than that, they're fearful and full of generations worth of stories and myths about us. None of them good. It kind of makes sense that they'd see us as a threat. I mean, to them, we must be like a nightmare come true. Of course, a bunch of frightened, determination-filled humans isn't my idea of a good time either.
The city's overrated anyway.
Oh. You think they will cause trouble? What can they do to us without the power of their magicians?
Numbers has a lot to do with it. We're a small handful of monsters in a world governed by man, and they know it. We are taking the initiative, trying to show they are the ones in control. That is why they have kept us out here in the forest, why they have taken away all our weapons and armor, even Papyrus's less than threatening battle body. They are establishing where they expect us to stand in relation to them. As
Now streaming. Get ready for the biggest, most stylish, hardest hitting
under them, and under their power.
Guys, you know, I was thinking, there's a whole lot of world out there. The humans in Ebbet City obviously don't care for us, and living under them might be worse than living under a mountain. If they won't let us be free here, truly free, then why don't we just go somewhere where we can be? We're not living under a mountain anymore. We're not trapped. Those people don't own us. If we leave before Mr. Bad News comes back, we might get a chance at a happy ending after all.
You mean run?
Well, I don't know about you, but I think there's been enough bloodshed and hate between us and them. If us being here prompts them to go back to their old ways, then it would be kind of foolish to stay. Like tempting fate. A repeat of history. Sans, that is not a bad suggestion. In fact, it may be our only solution. While still having its risks, if we can get away with it, it would solve all our current problems.
Not to mention, it would be hilarious to leave those snobby humans in the dust.
If not for our sake, then for Frisk's. I would do anything for that child. She risked everything for us. It only feels right that we should be willing to do the same.
And I know the others feel the same way. The kid's made a lot of friends and saved a lot of lives. If saving her means leaving the city, I'm sure they'll be all for it.
Agreed. Then I suppose we had better decide this now. All in favor of leaving and making a life someplace else? Show of hands.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah!
Then it is decided. We leave tomorrow.
Great. I'll go tell Pap, Alphys, and the kiddo.
Oh, yes, of course. Indeed. Thank you, Sans.
No problem. We got a skeleton done tonight, but now I'm bone tired. Night, guys.
Good night, dear. Please send Frisk to my tent when she has finished eating, all right?
You got it, Tori.
Undyne, spread the word that we will be leaving tomorrow by noon. We will head back over the mountains and down the other side, away from the city.
Yes, sir.
A human physicist and mathematician once said that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And while my faith in humanity has diminished over the years, I can't say that guy wasn't a genius. I've lived through countless resets, and if there's one law of nature I've seen proven, it's that one. Everything we say or do affects the course of time. Everything affects everything else, and there are no exceptions. But there's also only so far one can stray from the core thread of time. Minor changes can happen, maybe even major change once in a while, but time always manages to move forward, altered and yet the same. So what happened? This is new, sure. There have been timelines where the humans didn't exactly welcome us with open arms, but they've never not let us into the city before. They've never not given us a choice. So what happened? Was it something I did? Something the kid did? Something must have happened. Something I missed.
But I was not deterred. I continued my search through the heavy underbrush and was rewarded by finding both the human and my
Hey, you guys.
brother.
Oh, hello, Sans. Would you like some soup? There's still some left.
Nah, thanks though, Alf. You know that stuff goes right through me.
Sans, no puns.
Well, if you're sure.
How's the research coming?
It's slow. Really slow. I'm not really having much luck at all, to tell you the truth. And it's actually kind of frustrating.
I did not know you were working on something scientific, Dr. Alphys. Is that why you were not at the meeting tonight?
Well, yes.
She's just working on a little problem that's come up, Pap. That's all. Nothing to worry about.
Sans, we've kept it from them long enough. They deserve to know.
The human's strange behavior wasn't the only thing that was new. Unfortunately. Fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Okay. Where do I start? Papyrus, remember how when we first arrived on the surface, we all felt a little dizzy? Exactly. That's because what has happened has only affected us monsters. You see, for hundreds of years, we have lived inside the magic barrier set in place by the human magicians of old, and well, it's left some residual effects on some of us. The mountain had been full of concentrated human magic, and, well, after so long, monsters began to take in some of it, some kind of environmental adaptation. It was such a small amount we never noticed, but when the barrier fell, so did that magic. Now that magic, which unknowingly to the humans enabled us to survive those first few generations in the underground, is gone, we're all right. But some destabilization has started to show up in some of us. Weakness that wasn't there before. That's what first got my attention. Little symptoms in some of us that pointed to glitches in their biological and magical composition. When I started looking into it, I came up with the theory I just told you. Of course, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. There's too much evidence supporting it. Does that make any